I learned one thing about shooting against a white background. White and white doesn't work against the sensor can't, and the laptop can't register it right. But I'm going to do a comment about a little gem called repeat. I pulled that out of the library. And it's low budget. Low budget? Well, yes. How low is a low budget? Everybody brings their own food. That's low budget. Yeah. But it's supposed to be low budget with a five-person crew, which is totally possible if you say you have two DSLs. And you're having the voice, possibly a sound person in there, or you're doing it off the camera, which is logical too. And you have a lighting person, you have the director, and what's the crew? Well, you got a regular 5 crew person, maybe putting up the tripod and put the lights up. And if you're shooting LED lights like this, that sure helps a lot, because you don't have to use a lot of power, and you can get away with doing things that you can't otherwise do. And if somebody says there's very literally no effects in it, the color correction, using Adobe CC production, you can have color correction. You also can be shooting with lights like this, and simply remove the lights, the light itself falling on objects. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of effects on it. Of course, you have executive producers who basically supply a lot of stuff. Hey, look at the household chords. But I want to talk about the movie. Oh, it's supposed to be some psychiatrist who trying to contact his daughter on the other side, afterlife. You know what afterlife is, yeah. And he makes contact by a little machine. Looks like a ring light. And he makes the contact, and he gets to talk to dead people on the other side, which would be great. Jesus, Mohammed, Houdini. Well, I guess not. But as Houdini said, if there's a way to get back, I will. Still waiting. I call a magic company and say, hey, did Houdini come back yet? No, he hasn't been back. Oh, well, everybody knows is dead. Maybe they're having a party on the other side. But if somebody, well, you know quite a bit about the afterlife. Sure, I have buried a lot of members. A lot of those people, too. As the old saying goes, it's a one-way trip, boys. But mother, yes, but it's still a one-way trip, human. Maybe she can be static electricity, or saying, yes, I'm your God or something. Well, actually, she doesn't. She's an entity. But the afterlife, repeat. Low budget. They said they did it over the pandemic time. You know, people were masked when they weren't on camera. And you didn't need very much. Let's see, Sorrel. I should have tried to pronounce movie titles, but yeah, hey, if nobody's on the street, you're all set. You could, hey, the day after. I should make fun of the plague. But a lot of things were done by production companies because there was nobody on the street to bother you. Think of it, you could be filming on a street, and if nobody's on the street, it's a great time because you don't need to keep non-actors out of the frame. I shouldn't say that. Well, that's all I got about repeat. They wasn't criticized. They said it was a nice little gem. All the little people who looked at it said it's a nice little gem. Good acting. Well, sure. No budget. Or low budget. Maybe I should say not low. No budget. It's a very, very low budget. Sure. If you're doing it with cards, it's very low budget. And you're doing it with lights, it's very low budget. You don't have to worry about depth of field. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. You don't have to worry about people. It's costly to have a crew. Tell me about it. It can be very costly to have a crew standing around doing nothing, looking pretty. And where are they? Hey, yeah, you guys want to be actors in front of a camera? Oh no, we don't do that. Thank you. I did that. I did it in theater. I knew my lines for Steppenwolf Theater. They said, well, crew, the Steppenwolf Theater, from the very beginning, they said the crew knows the lines to fill in for people if they don't show up. And that's what I did. A couple of people didn't show up, so I filled in for them. I stumbled a little bit. But as they say, you don't have to stumble that much. Repeats, well, you don't have to have, you write the script and it's pretty well, idiot cards. Oh well, that's enough.